welcome back. The mic's here. Can you see it? You can see it in frame. Should I move it out of the way? I don't know. My cat's also here. I am here. And guess what the time is? It's 9 o'clock. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Since forever ago, I filmed. Because again, I was busy with wedding stuff, relatives, now uni as well. Legitimately, I have a lecture in a bit. So we're gonna try and speed run this. My timetable is terrible. So we're speed running this right now. Have I finished the page that I was working for? Wait. So I have to go outside in like an hour and a half or so. But essentially, did I wake up at 7? Yeah, I did. But then I went back to sleep. So what's the point? But like, it's fine. It counts. I got ready by 9. It's like 9 something right now. So that's good enough. You know what I mean? And now we're doing this. And then I have to go there. Anyways, here's what I've done so far. Nothing much. Like my previous video, the new Procreate update came out. So I ended up just yapping about that. Like I ended up like testing out like most of the brushes, if not all of them. And I liked a couple of them and I wanted to incorporate them into my like art style. I haven't really done that yet. I kind of just worked in the background. I'm gonna bring you down. I kind of just worked in the background with some of the brushes here mainly. I have to get used to the pinching because like I'm not used to it. But anyways, this because my go-to is kind of going here, and then I assume like I feel like it would be easier if like the Procreate like an option for the library would go. Instead you have to go back to libraries, then you have to go like that. It's just a bit slow. Like if you want to go through tapping, but then otherwise then you're gonna have to just go like this and then that. But then I feel like this is it's just unnatural for me right now. But anyways, that's the brush. I don't know if it's too bright to record, you know what I mean? I'm bringing you down more just in case it's hard to see or hard to record or something of that sort. You're hovering too close. Wait one sec. Okay, audio as well, I think it should be fine. I just kind of screwed it there. You can kind of see bleeding over there. But also my stomach is so messed up. I messed it up yesterday. I'm so sorry. I can't have a broken stomach. I go outside. I can't face the world like this. I also used it here, like you see this brush? I love this brush as well. It's the meander brush. I know how to say it. The meander. God, what are these brushes? I thought it said meander because I can't read. But that's besides the point. It's more so like I haven't seen like meander written out. You know some words like you never come across it written form? That's one of those words. Anyways, this is the background. I kind of did want to like not incorporate the skin tones because I was like, if I incorporate the skin tones, like there's this one scene, I might like pop it up or I'll show you right now because it's easier. So like for example, like in this, which is page, I forgot what, but this was one of the first like of the days of the summer type of. I'm so sorry, I sneezed. I don't think you heard, but in case you did, I'm sorry. But that, so you know what I mean? Like there's like a white outline of it. There's like, anyways, that's the thing. That was page 13 and now we're on page 31, which I think is kind of funny. So we started page 13 in the beginning of summer and we ended it with page 13. And we ended it on page 31. Sorry, I keep sneezing in between. I think I might be getting sick. What's wrong with me? I'm always like either sick recording or... Do you want to join? The bro said yes. Oh, can you not? Can you not? Can you? Oh my god, I'm so tired. I just... Oh my god. Move out the way. Side note, I ended up eating a biscuit. I hope that doesn't ruin me. I feel so sick. Do I go to school? Is this normal? Anyways, as I said before, there's like a color change because we're changing sort of location. We kind of already did, but this is kind of to establish that like, oh, there's a scene taking place here. Because like the last couple of things were inside the pet shop, but it was more, I guess, lore centric. So I guess this is a bit more like building it up to be not necessarily lore centric. I think this color in general, this gray, will be like used in very like lore scenes, and then this bluer color will be used more so with like in regards to the pet shop, and different locations will probably have like different background colors, like just standard background colors, or I guess different scenes, which I think that's just standard. I guess that it kind of comes in the territory with webcomics and stuff. Oh yeah, if you don't know, this is going to be a webcomic, but it's also going to be a series on YouTube, so I need to dub it at some point as well. But I haven't even finished making the third episode, because my chapters are like volumes, and I have the first and second to go as well, because I did the third one first, because I thought, let me get my mistakes out on the third one rather than getting them out on the first one. You know what I mean? Anyways, I do like how these brushes look in the background. Oh yeah, what I was saying before I started like sneeze attacking is that rather than like drawing in their skin tones and then having to square it out or whatever so that it matches perfectly, because I wanted like the flow of hair and stuff, but I didn't want to cap it into a square basically. So I think that works out well. Yeah, a lot of these I'm like happy with. I just want to like refine with like stuff on top or add layers and stuff like that, like the shinies, because there's a bit of like sunlight coming into the room. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of just what we're doing today. I'm still going to be in my classic library and use like what I usually use. But then when it comes to like maybe I'll think about something and be like, hey, yo, I want to use this other thing. Or I could just like search it up. I wish, like, I am kind of thinking about making a new library filled with like the old and the new brushes that I use for like webcomic making in specific. But then I'm also like, that's a bit long right now. Like, I don't have time for that. What am I looking for? Where's it gone? What am I looking for? Decimal. Oh, it won't let me write it out. Decimal. I feel like I need a new stand as well because like every time I move, like my stand moves. So it's either not in properly, which I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I tightened it. Hopefully it shouldn't move too much over here, the camera. But yeah, so... my cat's having a moment. I feel like going back to school, going back to uni or like stuff like that in general for pets, like it must be so stressful. It's just like, oh, they're gone again. Is this like an annual thing now? I mean, like imagine you go and then you come back and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you're back like, oh, thank God you didn't really die or whatever. And then you go again and they're like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? I also realized like these canvases are so big, so I work very detailed sometimes. But then the problem is that like, let me show you how big these canvases actually are. But the problem that arises from them being so big is that like, obviously, for the webtoon format, it's a lot more smaller. It's like 800 pixels by 128. What? It's 800 pixels by 1280. 1280. I do maths. Boo. No, I don't. I can do maths. Vaguely. That's not even maths, that's just speaking. Anyways, so that's how big my canvases tend to be. Like, that's a lot of pixels, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's like that, but that's kind of become my standardized format. I guess because it's like I can work on a long piece in one go, you know what I mean? Like this would probably be chopped up into 1, 2 and 2 3/4 of a page or something like that. So it's good to see like the flow, like from here to here to here. I feel like I should make these a bit more brighter, to be fair, so that it kind of just, there's like an easy transition from this like really cheerful sort of youth vibes to like whatever this is. Load! I'm so sniffly today. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go outside. Do I want it like that though? I don't know. I feel like that's very weird looking. I'd rather just do something like this. Again, you're not gonna see it, like it's gonna look like that, so it'll be fine. Brightness is all the way up. I'm thinking, should I close the curtain? Is it too bright, people? I don't know. That's how it is otherwise, but no, I feel like that's weird. It's fine, you can deal with the brightness, I guess. Sorry. Or I guess it's not that bright on screen, it's just more so like my field of vision for this camera is that it's very like dark, like the screen is appearing very dark, but like if I zoom in, I think that's just basically it's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab colors from here, like brighter colors, so that I can incorporate it into this. Is this consistent at all? Not really, but it's okay. It doesn't really need to be. Usually I use this brush for like little like starry bits because it's like, wow, that color. And that, woo. I just remembered myself like nearly road raging as a pedestrian. I don't know what reminded me of road raging as a pedestrian, but like I nearly got run over and then somebody beeped me. And I was like, hello, you're at fault. Oh, these are cute. I don't think these like necessarily need the decimally bit. They do help them pop. But I kind of also wonder if like maybe I should incorporate something a bit like, okay, I guess it is becoming a bit more natural for me. Like something a bit more like, woo. You know what I mean? But like maybe staying clear of the thing. Just like to give it some more whimsy, but I don't know if that's too much. That just looks like cold fog, which I mean it is like an autumny day, so there's that. But I don't think I'm gonna do that yet, so it's okay. I am going to, however, steal some of these, maybe, just to make it look slightly more cohesive and coherent, and not use that brush, use the decimal brush. I don't really like you, so I'm gonna get rid of you. I cannot get rid of you. Why can I not get rid of you? Are you in here? Are you here? Yeah, you are. Gone. I feel like this is a weird looking star, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna grab that pink again. I'm gonna grab this pink and kind of do the same thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I think those backgroundy bits I'm done with. I'm gonna just work on their faces and stuff and add mainly just the decimal bits, I think, and just like things where I think it needs things. I know that isn't really an answer, but that is kind of how it just works. You just add, and then when you feel like, oh, that doesn't really need to be there, you take away. Okay, why is that there? That's a bit too bright, because it is sort of like crushed velvety texture. We just, yeah, I think that looks cute. I kind of do want to add more of this old glass thing everywhere, but I think I'll just go around doing the decimals first. Oh, she has a bit of thingy already. Decimaliness. Thank you, past self. I think I might just add, I feel like there needs to be like an indication that she's got like a collared shirt on. You know what I mean? Just like some sort of small indication that it's not just like gigantic wafts of hair. And here. I just can't stop being sniffly. This is so rude of myself to myself. Like, give me a break. I have uni and I'm trying to min-max this, I think. I don't actually fully know what min-max means. I know I've heard people refer to it with like looks and stuff, but do I know what it means? Not fully. There's no real like methodology here. Is methodology a real word, or did I make it up? Or like has everybody like agreed that it's a made-up word that we are just gonna use? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard it being used. I'm not the first to use it, but do we just collectively agree that? Someone verify. Why are you not a darker color? You should be a darker color. Okay, so that's her black ribbon done. Am I stupid? Why is this not working? Can I not see things? Oh, I'm in line up. Whoops. I guess I am stupid. I am that girl. Sure, you can exist like that. That's okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, the red's on that layer. Whoops. So maybe I should do it here. That's fine. What's the time? Why have I not checked? It's 10 o'clock. I don't need to freak out. But I should keep that in mind because I have just an hour to go now. I'm quite hungry, but I'm like, I should eat something in the thing. Just like go through the trenches again. I don't want to go through the trenches again. Anyways, woo. Okay, I'm gonna move you out the way. I kind of forgot what I was supposed to do. I know I looked at something and I was like thingy. Oh, I remember now. It was the hair pieces. I don't know if I like that. I do like it here though. Do I prefer that? I kind of do, but I also want it a bit here. So I guess I can do it like this, if anything. I think it's fine. I like the aesthetic of that. For some reason also, like after the Procreate update, I can't, like it keeps crashing out when I try to like duplicate this Procreate file, which is just a bit sad. But also because I like can save things, what I can just do is save it as a Procreate file and then bring it back in. So that's always an option for right now. Just gonna, oh, whoops. I just wanted to make that, no! I just wanted to make that, like when will she learn? Okay. So that's fine. Kind of want it to look like, oh, the light in her eyes has disappeared. Cool. I mean, you can't really see the red in her eyes now, but like you couldn't really see that anyways. It was more so like just there because we said it was there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, give me a sec. I feel like I should do something bright, but I feel like that might take away more than it would add. You know what I mean? Okay, leave it. I can't be asked. Relatively, it is done. I'm just trying to find more things to bedazzle. I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of relatively happy with it. I think because like I've been sort of like drawing more illustrated drawings like for my last video and stuff. I'm in that mood, but I also know that like with this style, it needs to be like, it's already quite intense with making making a page. It definitely is like simplified from my illustrated work, but it's something that does need to be toned down a bit, because then otherwise I can't keep the standard up throughout, you know what I mean? And this isn't really like a significant page in general, so I should just call it quits here. But what I will do is add in the sort of lighting that we kind of have going on. Like, look at her, look at my girl. I think that's probably a good reference point for the color. What I will do, maybe, basically, I'm going to try something, right? I'm either going to try duplicate it. If it spazzes out and crashes, then I'm going to save it as a Procreate file, open that Procreate file up, and then hopefully it should be like a duplicated version that I can just reuse, you know what I mean? So let's all try, take a deep breath. Okay, let's just actually first see. So from here it's gonna go like blah 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 blah. We've got a bright beaming goldness, and then it kind of melts out, and then it's again like very like, this is them as children. And then close your eyes. Okay, now open your eyes. So then it goes to this, which remember we used before, the kids and this stuff, and then it goes to here, and then again to the dull autumny day that is today, and then to Jazz just being happy, and then Laura being angry, and yeah. Now I'm going to on a separate layer, which I can't do, so what I'm going to do is actually, I could merge them. Okay, never mind. So I'll just work on this, and then I think I'll call it quits here after I've done the lighting. That's probably going to be it for today's video. I think it was just a lot of me sneezing, to be fair. Maybe just add it a bit in the eyes to tie things together, because you know, well, we can't see it in the eyes here, but I have to think, because basically the whole reason why I'm adding a bit of sunshine in is because there's sunshine lighting in the sort of like scene where we're describing the whole pet shop, and I've already done like splash art for it. That it's what I call splash art, but it's basically like a location based, like, oh, that's art of the location, so you can get your head around where we are. Again, this is written like a novel and then illustrated as a comic, so it reads as a novel, but it's formatted as a comic. There is like a lot of description heavy parts, but in order to combat those description heavy parts, I just add location art and then sort of like zoom in to different parts of it in accordance to like what is being shown on screen. Okay, maybe I should make that a bit darker, but that's later, I guess. Laura is mainly in shadow anyway, so it's fine if we keep her, like, she's gloomy anyway, so it kind of just works if she's less in the light. Salamanca. Don't ask me to pronounce anything ever, thank you. Okay. Will you be able to see these little details? No, but do I know it's there? Yeah, so that's why they're there. Technically, if she's facing that way, wouldn't it be like coming from this angle onto her? Maybe. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe just slightly lighten it over there. I don't know, half of the time this lighting feels like more abstract, like it's coming from her, like because she's happy or whatever. And then half the time it feels like, oh, it's because of the scene. So I think it's okay if Jazz in particular, in comparison to like Laura, looks more happy. Because like obviously these flowers aren't there, but they're there in spirit. So that's why I feel like okay making them so bright, because it's more like her in this moment. You know, it feels so weird because like usually I don't, if I have like something to do during the day or whatever, then like my whole morning and my whole like preparation from the night before is towards that thing that is gonna happen. But right now it's like I'm ready for the day and I'm just like chilling waiting, except for I'm kind of scared because if I get late, and I'm not keeping track of the time. It's already been 22 minutes since I last checked the time, but it's like, okay, it's whatever for now. Because I just want to finish this. This I might do in a red. That way it's like easier to see. What I could do is like do the thing that I did before, which I don't know why I forgot. Just make the irises white. Because I feel like that also gives like a uncanny like, oh, this person might murder you. Sometimes. Sometimes it gives that. Sometimes it just gives Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, do I want to add red into her eyeballs though? That is the other question. I want to add red here. I kind of like this. She looks angry, which is true, she is. I think. I forgot what is she angry about? Oh, basically Rookie getting attention. And I'm like, do I like that though? Okay, so what's the moral of the story? Actually, why didn't I add many decimal bits over here? That is the question. Let's add some orangey bits. And then I'm gonna run away and go to uni and then also socialize, which is nice. This is my problem. I can't really yap and think and do the thing. So that looks fine. I feel like either my eyes are tweaking out or like the sun is tweaking out or there's something in the air. That's fine. Let me go back to this layer and then steal the yellow again. Where did I find the yellow? Steal Jazz's eyeballs, of course. I don't think there's much that needs to be added in Laura. Do I want anything here? Not necessarily. I think I just want here. That is a brighter yellow, but it's okay. We can just... But I don't want to use that brush. I want to use... Where's it gone? This one. Salamanca. I feel like that looks too regal now. Maybe it's just the brush. Change it to this. Maybe it's also the colour. But that's just too bright. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on there? It's not quite normal now, is it? Maybe that might have saved it. Maybe that might have ruined it. We don't quite know yet. But yeah, this one definitely feels more so like it's coming from Jazz and the environment because it's not sunny. Okay, actually I think that would be fun to kind of show that it's going on to Jazz but not Laura. It's fine if it spills a bit, to be fair. Guys, I might be running out of time. What's wrong with me? Do I not know how to keep a time key? It's already 30. Okay, just gonna add some here and call it bounce light. So I think that's the page done. So we've got blah 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 blah. Now what I need to do is formatting. Formatting I'm probably gonna do after uni and stuff. So this is it for now. This might be the end of the episode. Or wow, one of my cats. Are you stuck? One of my cats got stuck. So this is likely the end for now. I'm running out of time. Clearly, I don't know how to time keep. Thank you. This is evidence. You're a witness now. I will see you in the next one. Or maybe right after my lecture, depending on how I feel. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really talk today that much. But then also, like, I'm vaguely sick. Like, not even vaguely. It's like, oh, there's something kind of wrong with me, you know? But, like, it's like, we're just going to ignore that and continue. Woo. Bye. I think. This might be the end. This might be a bye. Goodbye. See you. Maybe. Bye.